Another fact that I remembered, I think it was Marco who mentioned this. Like both parties were using the same weapons from the British. Correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marco said that.
Yeah, right. You mentioned
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
one of our talks before.
that's right.
Yeah.
Can you say it again? I forgot, man. I'm forgetful.
Who?
Yeah, yeah. How comes both parties were using um same weapons from the British? I think one of the weapons that you mentioned before was the plane, the aircraft. No, right?
Yeah, Spitfire.
How did it happen?
Well, at first, at the start of the conflict, the Israelis never had, correct me, the Jews, they did not possess any aircraft. Now, let's start for the Egyptians. Before the Arab-Israeli War, particularly World War II, Egypt was part of the British Commonwealth, or it's a
Mhm.
fancy name of the British Empire. And basically, after they gained their independence, the Egyptians, the Jordanians, uh, when the British left the country, a lot of World War II era British equipment were given to these Arab forces. So they started the war with Spitfires and everything. Now, later in the
Mhm.
war, when the Israelis were winning, they also acquired weapons from abroad. Although Rick mentioned earlier, or the anti-socialist scientist mentioned earlier, that they acquired Messerschmitt or S-199 aircraft from the Czechs. But later on, as the war progressed into a much more conventional conflict, the the Jews were able to gain more support from other countries, and that includes the British. So they replaced these, how should I say, these very old machines even by
Mm.
1948 standards with newer equipment, and one of them is the Spitfire Mark 9, one of the most effective fighter planes during 1943. So the British gave, or I think they sold it to the Israelis, and they used the fighter planes against the Egyptians. And ironically, it's also the same main aircraft used by the Egyptian Air Force. So later in the war, there were lots of dogfights within Spitfires versus Spitfires. So same equipment, and it boils down to the combat experience of the pilot,
Yes.
which goes to the Israelis.
Right, right.
Right.
It's very interesting, man.